Hi, how are you? It's Drafton here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we slayed some Croclus and gave their meat to Kar and his men so they could be well fed. And I believe today we are going to be continuing a little bit of that quest chain. And we're also going to start a new quest with Circe Dust Singer. This is going to be such fun, don't you think, my dear? Little Morsels, I'm perfecting a weapon to use against the Draenei, and you're going to help me. The Lost Ones are backward cousins of the Draenei, and I've been experimenting on them. I just need you to feed some fel-tainted morsels to their captured livestock. In turn, when they slaughter and eat the animals, they'll be cursed. That'll show that stuffy anchorite Avoon at the harborage. Go now, hurry. You'll find the Lost Ones and their caged animals to the northeast at the Follow Sanctuary.
Stay the course.
Alright, so it looks like we are going to be feeding fel to the animals that the Lost Ones eat, so that they can become corrupted. And that's actually kind of interesting. We actually did a quest to actually fight against the corrupted Lost Ones who ate the fel. It's actually a quest to kill them. And I guess this is a new quest in TBC that wasn't here in Classic. It's kind of interesting. It's like a little twist. And we also have another quest, Lack of Surplus, where we need Sawtooth Snapper Claws for Takar, because they need to make weapons. And there was also a survey, guys, about Wrath of the Lich King, asking people if they would be interested in playing a Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And it also had an interesting question about faction balance and how important it is to players. And I'm kind of happy that they brought that up, because faction balance has been pretty brutal in Classic TBC. A lot of players have migrated to, oh my gosh. They've migrated to Fairlina on Horde, and then that pretty much chased out all of the Alliance. It's the server I'm on right now, my Paladin, and also the main server that I play on. And now Fairlina is not even close to the same server that it was back in Classic, and it's kind of a shame. Pretty much all the people who migrated to Fairlina that were Horde, I don't want to say they ruined the server, but they sure did ruin the faction balance, and that affected world PvP on the server in a pretty crappy way. And I think the only way for them to be able to deal with that, and why they're asking this question, is to see if they could do cross-faction server, like outside the world. Like in towns, it would be your server only, but outside in the world, it would be cross-faction. And I think they're asking if players want to do that. I think that's what they're hinting at. And I'm not sure how good of an idea that would be, to be honest. So we got some cages here. There's a captured tarantula that we need to feed. Clearly a high level for this. And these are the cursed Lost Ones that ate the fel. Yeah, I wonder what will happen with that. Maybe they will... And they have that in retail, which is just cross-faction world PvP. And they started that with the world quests. Maybe they'll bring that to Classic, so there's like, you know, a little bit of world PvP out there. The funny thing is, they always have layering. So, I guess they might as well add cross-faction layering. No, it's not cross-faction, it's cross-realm, I mean. My bad. So players from other realms will be, you know, out in the world with each other, but when they go to towns, it'll be only your server. Okay, so there we go. So we fed the tarantula. Now we need to look for some more of these cages. So we can find... I think there's one over here. Here's a captured jaguar. Should probably put this meat on the bar. Right there. There we go. And then there's one more after this. It's a crocolisk, right? That we have to feed? That's the tarantula. I think it's probably down here. Oh, we got one of these guys chasing us. Yeah, I don't know how cross-realm worlds would be in Wrath. It would be kind of interesting. I think it would be cool. I hope they do it, to be honest. I really do. Because it would be... Like, before the Fairlina got bad, there actually was a decent amount of alliance on the server during that couple months of TBC. And you can see on Flight Carrier, I actually got into a decent amount of, like, World PvP skirmishes at the beginning. And then later on, there was, like, literally no alliance around it, like, during the later levels. It's kind of a shame. Okay, so there's a cage there. Is that a crocolisk in there? Yeah. Let's deal with this seer guy. Kill this imp. Alright, let's feed the crocolisk, and that'll be the last one. There we go. So now we know why the cursed lost ones became so big. It's kind of weird that she would like aid in like buffing the lost ones when, you know, the Stonard orcs have to like deal with them. You know what I mean? You'd think the orcs there in Stonard would kind of get upset with her doing that, but I guess it's just a secret between you and her. It just goes to show you how deep the hatred the Blood Elves have for the Draenei. Alright, so now we're going to go slay some crocolis and try to get some of their teeth for to make weapons. For Takar. There's a corpse. Looks like somebody must be out here slaying crocs. And also world first finished today, which is 26th of March. Pretty big kill. It was kind of a shame what happened though. It was a pretty good race, but Liquid, the North American team, had to actually quit. Not really quit, but they couldn't stay at their venue anymore, and a lot of players had to go home and, like, you know, move on with their lives because the race lasted over a month, close to a month. Not over a month, pretty close to a month. And yeah, probably the longest world first race that I can recall. And Echo got it down. Congrats to them. They They finished Shadowlands strong. I think they won the last raid as well, Echo. And then Liquid. They were called Limit back then. They got the first raid, so Echo is now the team to beat, that's for sure. Yeah, I wonder how the Cross Realms will be if they do it. I think some servers would get kind of upset. And I think it's mostly because some people actually enjoy not having to world PvP and just, like, you know, go out and farm. Not have to worry about, like, getting into like little skirmishes with people. And I think the reason is because the game is already a pretty big time sink. If you're like raiding or, you know, PvPing, and last thing you want is like you're farming for gold to be a time sink. That's another thing I wonder if they'll do. If they'll add like an in-game gold shop. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that in Crusade Classic. Or you can just like buy a token and then with that token get gold. Because so many people buy gold in this game nowadays, especially TBC. And that was like the main reason why they came out with the token in Warlords of Draenor, was because people were just buying gold. So they're like, might as well just make our own WoW token. Let's heal up. We'll keep going back up now. The drop rate on these snapper claws are pretty low. I also did a Zolomon. It's pretty fun. We wiped a lot on the alt run. We did an alt run. I did it with my druid, and we wiped a lot on the second last boss. I forget his name. He has this ability where he shoots these like spirit bolts or whatever, and the raid just takes like crazy AoE damage, and we were just not able to keep everybody up during that phase. And it was just like a timer. Like if you, boss is kind of a DPS check as well, because the longer you are fighting him, the more of those like big AoE bolts go off, and that really drains healers' mana. Oh, we got an axe. Nice two-handed axe. Too bad we can't use two-handed axes. It's not even close to as good as our rock pounder, though. I wonder if Blizzard's gonna, like, tune, like... Well, the next raid won't be as bad. I think it makes sense that they made the last raid in Shadowlands really hard. Like, it should be a challenge. But yeah, the next raid won't be as bad, I don't think, for the World First Raiders. Because, one, it's gonna be the first raid in a new expansion, which usually is pretty chill. I think the raiders having to go through like over a month, or close to a month of raiding, is a little much. And I think the raid was like a little bit too overtuned in a lot of parts, and it's too bad that they had to go through that. I also wonder what would have happened if Liquid didn't have to leave, or like players had to stop playing. Wonder how close the race would have been. There's another one. I'm using the same health bots as my Night Elf Rogue, and he's only level 27. The thing is, you don't really care too much about professions if you're not like worried about death. Because sometimes herbing can be a pain. I think we just like, I don't know, I just didn't really feel like going around herbing. And I did actually like do an entire episode just to catch up, and then I just fell behind again. But as long as there's King's Blood around, we can, we'll slowly get up there. And there we go. We got our final Sawtooth Snabberclaw. Let's go turn that in to Takar. And then we will also turn in the other quest as well. Hopefully get a decent amount of XP. I don't think we'll hit level 46, but we should get a little bit of XP from this. Got us off our mount. No, hopefully don't pull that guy. We'll be okay though. Oh my gosh. Those poison stacks is like do a lot of damage. Alright, so let's drink up again. I think he should be close. Manas are great too, the Morning Glory Dews. Fills up our bar pretty quick. Alright, let's mount up. And hopefully you don't get knocked off our mount again. These dragons are pretty quick. And they hit pretty damn hard.
Blood and thunder.
Good meat, a warm fire, and an army of orcs. And an arsenal of weapons. That's all we really need out here along the coast. I don't regret my position out here safeguarding Stonard, but it would be nice if we could one day get a burrow or at least a tower. Glad to see you're alive and well, Travadin. These claws should make do nicely. The more weapons we have at the ready for attacks against us, the better off we'll be. I'll get started on your weapon as soon as possible. It will only take a short time. I've become quite adept and quick at their production. Threat from the sea. While I began to work on your weapon, why don't you talk to Qatar? He mentioned needing help with patrols along the beach, and I'd rather see you keep your wits and weapon prepared instead of getting drunk with some other louses I share this camp with.
honor.
Okay, so I guess we'll have a chat here with Qatar.
What do you need?
Be silent a moment, Paladin. Even over the dull roar of the sea, you can still hear those disgusting gurgles from the fishmen. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to deal with some murlocs. I think we will do that next episode. There's going to be a lot of murloc slaying up ahead. I think we'll do alright. They're close to our level. We got a decent amount of XP from that. See how much we get here. This is a new quest too, so I've never done this one before.
Glory to the Sindorai.
This is going to be such fun, don't you think, my dear? You feed their captured animals all of their morsels. Wait, you didn't give any to that stupid human they have out there in the cage, did you? Oh, good. That would have been a waste. Oh, excellent. I can't wait to measure the effects from this lightest batch. Well, you did an admirable job, sweetie. Wish I could give you more than this for the entertainment you provided. But you know how it is. There's not much money to be made out here in the swamp. I'm sure it was worth it just for the fun.
Hold your head high.
Alright. So yeah, there is a human out there who's captured that we could save. I wonder if you could have gave him the food. Damn it. That would have been interesting. Maybe I'll try that, I don't know. If I ever do the quest again, I'll give it a try. But yeah, guys, that is the end of today's episode. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.